Hi there, class. I want to be sure that you know how to find and interpret my feedback this semester so that my assessment of your work can also be a way of my teaching you this semester. This is my mythology class, so if you're in another course of mine like Composition 1 or Current American Literature, it's pretty much the same. Um, so what you'll do is go over here. You're starting on the home page, of course. Go over here to Assessment, click on that, and drag down to Grades. And then you'll find a list of the grade items like exams, quizzes, essays, whatever we have in your class. There are just a few of these that I've done myself to use this as an example. I will tell you this, if you notice these things here, sometimes you'll have a dropped grade. If I drop the two lowest quiz scores, for example, you might see that on your list of grades. And also, if you have if you've taken 5 or 10 quizzes and gotten 10s on each of them, 2 of those 10s might be dropped. It's sort of the system is waiting for you to score lower than that. Anyway, so here we go. Quiz module 1.2. I scored an 80 on this, so I'm going to click over here and look at View Quiz Attempts. There were 2 attempts on this one. So on attempt 1, let's just look at that one. So what you have here is all of your answers here, and none of these are, this is correct because you got a point for this. Scrolling on down here, you see you got 1 out of 1 point for each of these. Or I got 1 out of 1 point for each of these. Now, when you see question 6, the question is, why does Elpenor get so drunk in the story? And I wrote, because he can't handle his liquor. So I was pretending to be a student who would say that answer. Down here is the feedback. Okay, if you got this wrong or didn't know the answer and you have another attempt, please go back and read the story so that you will understand exactly why, according to Welty, Elpenor drinks so much. So no points on this one. On this quiz, there happens to be a second attempt, so you would go back and read the story and look for that answer in the story, and that way you would do better on your second attempt. Okay, going back to the quiz list, look at another example. Quiz 2.2. Okay, so I submitted that one 4 days past the due date. I click on the feedback here, or the attempt there. So I wrote to myself taking the quiz, I can't accept this quiz 4 days late, but you should look at the feedback just the same, since you might encounter the same question on the midterm exam. Okay, so go down here, and here was the question. Here was the response I'd given, which was incorrect. And then here's the feedback. According to Welty, on page 5 of the handout in Module 1, Elpenor gets drunk on the last night, the drunkest of them all, so as not to be known any longer as only the youngest, and goes to sleep on the rooftop. So I gave the correct answer there so that reading my feedback, you'll be prepared for any future use of that question. I hope this is useful to you. If you have any questions, reach out to me and I'll try to help you out. Hope you're enjoying the course.